Hey guys, what's up? This is Bharat. You're watching iGyan. If you weren't already confused on what TV to buy, things are going to get a little more confusing because yesterday Redmi has launched their new series of smart TVs. This includes the X50, the X55, and the X65. Today we're going to be unboxing the X65, which is the highest flagship model from Redmi, and we're going to be checking it out and telling you some of the features that this television has. So let's quickly get started. Now the packaging is pretty nice and you've got tons of branding on the outside along with information on what's inside the box. But the packaging this time around does have an Easter egg, and what happens when you take off the packaging and open it up, you can cut it because there is a template in there and convert the packaging into a shelf which is shaped like the Mi Bunny. Now this is a good use of packaging, but that does mean that you do lose the box that your TV comes with. So in case you are one of those people who likes to keep boxes around, if you want to sell your TV later on, that will not be an option. But hey, you do get a shelf out of your TV box and that way it's getting some use. Now let's get back to the TVs. The TVs have been launched in three sizes: the 50-inch, the 55-inch, and the 65-inch. The 50-inch is priced at $32,999, whereas the 55-inch is priced at $38,999, and the 65-inch is priced at $57,999. For that price, you get a 4K Android TV 10 based smart TV. And let's talk about the display. So you will get a 4K panel irrespective of what size you get. So a 3840 by 2160 panel with a 60 Hz refresh rate. Now here is the problem. Since there are different manufacturers and suppliers of the panel, Redmi says that the TVs may have an IPS panel or a VA panel, and they haven't clarified on what size will have a VA and what size will have an IPS panel. We will try and get that information for you in our review video, which will go live hopefully before the first sale happens on the 26th of March. Now, these televisions also support Dolby Vision, HDR10+, HDR10, and HLG. And they also have Xiaomi's Reality Flow engine along with a Vivid Picture engine for color. And they also support a wide color gamut of NTSC with 85% coverage and DCI-P3 with 92% coverage. Now for speakers, you get the same 30-watt speakers that we saw with the Mi QLED TV. And if they are exactly the same, then they are pretty impressive speakers. And for most people, you will not need a soundbar. The speakers also support Dolby Audio, DTS HD, and DTS Virtual X, which will be available later on via an OTA update. And they also have Dolby Atmos pass-through through EARC. Now on the inside is a quad-core A55 CPU, again the same CPU we saw on the QLED panel, along with the Mali G52 MP2 GPU. You also get 2 gigs of RAM and 16 GB of onboard storage. And the TV does have a 5 millisecond input lag at 4K 60 FPS. And it also has a built-in auto low latency mode, which we are excited to check out and see if that makes any difference to the gaming experience on this television. For connectivity, you do get Bluetooth 5.0 along with 2x2 MIMO antennas for Wi-Fi. So you should get better Wi-Fi reception, again something we will test out in our full review. Now the television is based on Android TV 10 and it does have patch wall, which is what Xiaomi televisions have. So you do get all your access to all the content, including television channels and also OTT platforms. And you do get support for tons of OTT platforms. They're all listed on Xiaomi's website. You should go check those out as well. And the television also supports most popular codecs, and you should have no problem running content off of your flash drive or external hard drive via the USB port. Speaking of ports, you do get 3 HDMI 2.1 ports, 2 USB ports, an Ethernet port, AV port, optical port, and a 3.5 jack. And the TV also supports Bluetooth connectivity to wireless headphones. So if you want to watch television and not disturb people around you, you can do that as well. Now design-wise, you do have a narrow bezel and a Redmi branding on the front of the TV, and the overall thickness of the TV is pretty high considering the kind of television it is. But since they are planning on bringing this below the Mi TV lineup, it seems like the design is not going to be the priority for them. You also do get the same remote more or less that you get on the Mi TV. This remote also supports voice commands along with the Google Assistant, and the television now also has the Mi Home app, allowing you to not only control some of your home devices but also get a live feed of your cameras directly on the television itself. Now we'll be doing a deep dive into this TV and also testing out some of its capabilities. If you guys do have any questions about this television, let us know in the comment section below and we'll try and cover it up in the full review. And also, if you're interested in checking out the television, we'll leave links in the description below. This has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already a part of Team iGyan. I'll see you guys in the next one.